Hey guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel. Peter likes books, and I do. I love books. And I haven't done an update on what I'm reading in quite some time. So I thought that I would get on here today and I would do a little bit of an update because I have 10 books next to me. 10 books, 9 books next to me. I am reading so much right now that, well, I'm reading so much and I'm not reading so much, and that's kind of the problem. I have been reading like the same books for probably the last 2 months, and I'm really struggling with it. I'm not a big believer in reading slumps. Like, people are like, oh, I go through reading slumps and this and whatever. I don't know that I believe that. I think, like, for me, when I go through a reading slump, it's because I just can't find something that I can really get into at the moment. That's not the problem for me right now. The problem is I'm not finding the time to read the books that I want to read, if that makes sense. Like, I just am not finding an hour or two to just like sit down on the couch over there. I'm like looking at the couch. Sit down on the couch over there and just like read the way that I love to read. So I'm going to get into this today and talk to you guys about where I'm at, and maybe, hopefully, it will inspire and motivate me to get back to reading a little bit. So now, if you've been keeping up with my videos, the last couple days I have done videos about try a chapter, and so I let you guys kind of like make suggestions to me and pick from the 7 books that I had, and I went and I picked 5 books. So I am currently reading well, let me put it this way. The 5 books that I'm going to do for the try a chapter tag are City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus, and The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. Now, I have read 2 pages of this, and I like it so far. I really like it. I have read no pages of this. I have read no pages of this, but I think I read the whole first chapter before. I have read The Savage Song. I'm almost done with the preface, and I really like this so far. And I haven't started City of Bones. So my goal for this weekend is to complete the try a chapter tag and let you guys know which book I will be reading. And I'm really liking the 2 so far that I've started, so I'll probably end up reading all 5 of these at some point. But I can tell you what the deal is. I'm leaving for Miami next Wednesday, and I'm pre-filming videos. So if you guys see videos while I'm gone and it's me sitting here, that's because I've pre-filmed videos. So I have some really fun videos coming for you guys. Some videos that are kind of like not really typical for my channel because I'm thinking ahead and doing them. And no, they're not all tag videos. That would be cheating, but quite a few of them are. I love tag videos. So anyway, but I think that I'm going to take... I'm going to do a video like picking out like the perfect vacation book, because I did it last year and I had so much fun with it. So I'm going to do another video where I talk about picking out the perfect vacation book. Now, I will tell you, I have like 3 audiobooks that I want to listen to while I'm down there, and I know that just won't happen. But Chris Bahijian, is that how you pronounce his name? He has a new book out called The Flight Attendant. I think it just came out, and I want to listen to that on audio. It's supposed to be really good. So that's going to be my audiobook going down there. And then I have Carl Hyacins. Why am I telling you this now? You guys will have to wait and watch the video. So anyway, but I'm also going to take a Leanne Moriarty book because I read Big Little Lies in Cancun, or Mexico. We were Playa del Carmen. And I really loved that book so much, right? So I'm going to take another one of her books. It's a very, like, to me, a fun poolside read. And since we're going to be spending so much time on the beach and by the pool, I'm going to take one of her books down there. But last time, I took one of her books and I finished it in 3 days. So I'm going to pick one of these books, whichever book I pick from the try a chapter, and that will be the book I pick. Which one do you think it'll be? Which one do you think? I should do that. I'll do a poll. I think I can do 5 in a poll. I think I tried to do the poll before and it wouldn't let me. So if I can do a poll, I'm going to do a poll right here at 4 minutes and 15 seconds. And it will be, which book do you think that I'll end up enjoying? Okay? Will it be The Raven Boys, or that I'll pick out of the 5? The One of Us is Lying, The Lightning Thief, City of Bones, or The Savage Song? Which one do you think it'll be? And if you don't see, what do you call it, a poll, it's because it wouldn't let me put 5 in there, and then just put it in the comment section below what you think it'll be. So those are the books that I'm going to be working on this weekend. Now, I'm currently on Audible, and I'm almost done with it. I have 2 hours left. I am listening to Andy Weir, who wrote The Martian. I am listening to Artemis. And I have to tell you, like right now, I would probably give it like a 4.25 stars. I think I give it like an 86%. I enjoy it. It's not deep. There's no deep, profound meaning to it. But it's an enjoyable read. I really like the audiobook. So if you want to listen to it on Audible, like, you know, I always give recommendations for like if it's a good Audible book or if it's not a good Audible book. It's actually a really good Audible book. The narration, I can't remember. Is it Rosario Dawson? Rosario? I can't remember. It's like some actress from back in the day. But anyway, do I have my phone right here? No. It's really good. So go check it out. People say, a lot of people are saying they don't like it because they don't like the main character. I really like the main character. She's kind of a badass. She's a criminal. And the whole town of Artemis, which is on the moon, is very cool anyway. And Andy Weir, the way that he did research for The Martian is very similar to his research for the moon. And so when you're reading it, it reads very well researched. It's just like scientifically, it reads very well researched, but it's not a scientific book. It's a kind of a crime thriller, if that makes sense. A crime thriller that takes place on the moon. It's fun. I like it, but it's lighthearted. It's not super deep. Okay, so now the next thing I am reading, and I'm not going to put these in any kind of order that I'm reading them, but the next one, on my Kindle, I am reading Rotten Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry. I'm literally reading about a page a day. I have been reading a page a day forever on that book since like the summer. I just don't really get on my Kindle very often. The end of the night, I sometimes pull it open and then I read like a page on there. I don't know, I just haven't been really inspired. There's like one book in here that I really, well, two of them that I really like. And other than that, I just don't have the time to read. So you guys will laugh when you see this because some of these books are so short, it's like I should be able to finish them in an hour. Like this one. And that is The Day the Sea Rolled Back by Mickey Spillane. Larry and Josh knew where millions of dollars worth of treasure is hidden in the tropical waters surrounding Pelio Island, but there doesn't seem to be any easy way to get at it. Then something extraordinary happens. On an otherwise uneventful day, the sea goes out just as it usually does, except this time it stays out. Also suddenly, with the ocean floor exposed for everyone to see, the race for the treasure is on. Larry and Josh aren't the only ones looking amidst the sunken ships and pirate skeletons. The entire island population is out to get what they can, including two brothers who will stop at nothing, including murder. It's really good, actually. And when I was a little kid, I really wanted this, and so my dad got it for me at the bookstore, or we went to a bookstore and I got it. And I remember reading it back then, but I don't remember how it ends. This too, I have literally been reading. I mean, I've been reading it for a month and I'm on page 34. I've been reading like a page a day. I can't remember who sent this to me, but thank you. It's from Thrift Books. And I love it. I'm so happy that I own a copy of it. The next book was because this woman at my friend's office that I went to, she thinks that we read the same things we don't. And she was like, oh my God, have you read Quickie by James Patterson? And I was like, no. And she's like, you have to read it. So I was like, she's like, it's not like a typical James Patterson. So I went and I got it. It's a typical James Patterson. It's really bad. It's not good at all. And I'm actually on page 63 and I think I read that in one setting. It's bad. I don't love James Patterson's books. I mean, and here's the thing, now I'm kind of like, I want to know how it ends, even though I'm only on page 63. James Patterson, I mean, have you ever, like, his chapters are a page. Look at that. Seriously? He doesn't even write them. Do you know that? He has a team of people that write his books. It's kind of genius, actually. But it's not really writing, is it? I don't know. A lot of people really enjoy his books. If you like him, enjoy him. I have a friend of mine that, seriously, every James Patterson book he owns, and every time a new one comes out, he's the first one to buy it. And I'm like, you do realize there's like 6 James Patterson books on the bestseller list at any given time. He's like, yeah, I own them all. I'm like, okay. Okay, the next book that I'm reading, I put in my last haul, and I sat down and I read like 25 pages right away. And that is the animated film adaptation of Raggedy Ann and Andy. And it's really cute to read. But it's so corny because it's the film adaptation. And what's so funny is, like, while I'm, like, reading this, it doesn't have the songs in it. And the movie had songs in it, and I'm, like, remembering the songs, like, as I'm reading the book. So I don't know if I'll even finish it. It's really short. I'm, like, halfway through it, and I'm on page 25, so. And then I am reading The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. I'm, like, exactly, like, halfway through right now. Almost halfway through. So it's really, really good. And this is the book that I actually, while I'm uploading my vlog late at night, I like sit on the couch and I read. I recently just bought his third one, so I have 3 of his books now. I think he only has 3 out, maybe? I don't know. 3 or 4. And I like it. You guys, nothing that I'm reading right now am I like so pulled in to wanting to read. Like I'm gonna have to read this. This is so good. You know what I mean? Like I want a book that I literally can't put down. That's what I want. I want an audiobook or I want a physical book that I cannot put down. And I haven't read something like that in a while. And I'm real over it. But these books are okay. You know, they're not bad. Like I'm interested in them. Like especially this. But like if I had a whole night just to sit here and read, I would. But I haven't had a whole night for a while. So. And then the last book, and I just did a Peterism, so I have a channel where I do like all story times on it, and I just read some of this. I read from this book for my video, and because I really like this book, a friend of mine brought it to me from San Diego. Can you see the cover? The cover's really cool. It's called Inward, and it's by Young Pueblo, and it's kind of like a book of prose. See. But it's very meaningful, and it's about self-actualization and self-love. It's beautifully written. I mean, here, I'll just read you some of the things that I spent so much time creating versions of myself that were far from the truth, characters I would perform depending on who was around, layers that could hide the inner dance of turmoil between my lack of confidence, the pain I did not understand, and the uneasiness that comes with reaching out to others for the love that I was not willing to give to myself. I kept running away from my darkness until I understood that in it, I would find my freedom. And it's just really beautifully written. It's very short prose, easy book to read. I linked it on my other video, so I probably went on this, but you can get it on Amazon. It's like $13.99. Young Pueblo, Inward. And those are the books that I am currently reading right now, and I'm sure overnight I'll probably pick up 2 more, because that's just how I am. But I do want to finish these and get these done. They're very short reads. I mean, all of these books right here, I could probably just finish in a weekend if I would just sit down and actually do it. So maybe I'll make this a reading weekend. We'll have to see. I'm ready to go on vacation, actually. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I just want to do a little catch up of where I'm at and what I'm reading and all that kind of stuff. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.